First, she committed the crime. She sent it. If it was unsolicited, she committed the crime. But you had no smoke for her because, based on the context I've been listening, and you immediately went to whatever some other actions that were occurred. That could be. You're right. There could be a potential there. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I do know that if they are unsolicited and sent to an individual, that is the actual crime in question. And once you send them out to the internet, you don't have necessarily say. They don't have to reveal your face. They don't have to reveal your name. And if you make it known, well, then it's on you. So again, you women, like Nye said, need to stop sending your fucking pussy shots and your fucking tit shots and your face shots and your dildo sex videos to guys, because you're lucky when you sent them to me that I was just somebody who deleted them. Because I didn't fucking want to see the shit. I didn't care how big a gap you had. I didn't care if you could take it in your ass. I didn't care if you moved the dildo from all three holes on your fucking body.
It's kind of like a martial law kind of spirit. It's like, well, if he deems it, I got a mandate from the people to get rid of all these people, then that's what I'm doing. And it's, and then by the time you get to what we saw in LA, you got the governor and the mayor, and it's like, hold up, whoa, what's the line? Like, how about we coordinate and have a conversation? Like, so that's what we're witnessing is this kind of, I call it a trial and error, management by trial, just like, see what I can get away with. And until enough of a power stops me, this is what I'm doing. And so, yeah, that's what.
Recipient of these explicit photos can do what they want too. So yeah, do what you want, whores. Send your naked body photos to men on the app, random dudes on the app, and if the dudes share the photos online, then they can do what they want to. Why now are you complaining to people on social media that you sent your pussy pics and your click pics and your tit pics to guys on the app, and then they shared them with other people, and now you're whining and crying on social media looking for an army of enablers to help you take down a guy that you sent that he didn't ask for the doggone pictures. So yeah, encourage these sluts to do what they want, and then the recipient of these unwanted photos can do what they want to.
Okay, can I say something, please? No, let me just say something. Let me say something, please. So in regards to her sharing this information with us, here's where she fucked up. She fucked up in trying to associate it with Jay's past, okay? She didn't come to the Million Marathon. We did not take this docket that came across the table very lightly. In fact, when we all were discussing it in the back channel of whether or not how we were going to have this discussion, it was very understood that the women in the space were going to be the ones to state their piece, to state their experience, and each of them had to show us what they experienced from Jay. This all came through PTRs, mind you, okay? This all came through PTRs. Everybody was just PTRing information that came through their back channel from Jay, conversations that were had, so on and so forth. Tracy is the only one who specifically tried to tie her relationship with Jay, because she indicated that they were in a relationship, to Jay's past.
Wait, time out. That's cap. She never insinuated we were in a relationship. So
Jay, she specifically...
I don't know what she told you, Angel. But there was never a relationship between her and
I just said that it was cat, babe. I just said it was a lie. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Let me finish.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So because there's my name being bandied about it.
I know.
So let me say this. Once she sent me those pictures, I cut her off. I blocked her. She ran to the fucking app and started screaming from the top of her lungs that I was doing all this crazy shit. And you know what? I'm still waiting for receipts 3 years later.
Facts. But listen, this is how it came out on the stage, okay? She made it seem, and I have to go with Jay on this one. He did not originally want to send what he sent to Nelson and Jonathan. He didn't want to send that. She was trying to sit here and make it like they were in a relationship, and she got some fear that came over her. And she realized that he wasn't who he said he was, and she was trying to make it like he had somehow duped her, and she wasn't aware. Maybe she wasn't aware of Jay's past. We all gave her that. But then what came forward was this. She said he had tried to force himself into her life, and she had to go on a defense, protect herself and her teenage daughter from him. And Jay was like, wait a second. Somebody who is afraid of me, somebody who has, such fear of me, why would they then send me some of this stuff? Why would they then continue to engage with me on this level? And we were all like, what sends you what stuff? And he was like, I don't even really want to do this. I don't even want to do this to her right now. And that's what he said. He literally must have said that 45 times. I don't want to do this. And the boys, I gotta admit, I have to be very honest. The boys kind of encouraged him to send that shit. And he was like, I don't even really want to do this. So that's exactly what the fuck happened that day. I was right there on stage. I was one of the people who were right there on stage.
Okay, so
and as all these other women.
Can I say something really quick?
I just want to end on this. She was full of shit because she had never taken out. She told us that she was in the process of taking out legal matters against Jay. She felt that her daughter would fall victim to something. She felt that she would fall victim to something. She talked about having to look at her window every day, look out every single time that she was driving to and from where she needed to go. She made herself sound like a bona fide victim, okay? And nothing came of it. Nothing. But everything that was had there on that stage that day, I could see why Jay threw some strays at me and thought I was against him. Because the only thing that I did say I collaborated with, oh yeah, I got that message too. That was it. But Tracy was a fucking liar. She was a liar. She was a woman who was delusional, thinking that a man from an application, full-heartedly and blown on, was going to be with her, wed her, and give her everything.
Okay, so basically, what I'm hearing is that she was going to pursue legal action, but she never has. And probably she never has pursued legal action because any lawyer that she talked to probably told her, hey, ma'am, you committed a fucking crime against this man.
I agree.
Absolutely. And we all said that to her.
I didn't catch the front end where he said he didn't. I only heard everything after. Right, I didn't hear the part where he didn't want them until after the fact, because that completely changed my whole stance on him. To say if he got unsolicited pics, I mean, I'm not saying him sharing it may or may not be a crime, but her sending them unsolicited was definitely a crime, for sure.
So I have a question.
Ask the question. Is it a crime if I'm live streaming this room on 5 different major platforms right now doing a...
JD,
You know we're live stream right now. You know we're on YouTube.
So, I just have a question. Is this the Canadian woman?
Yes.
Yes.
So, all right. So,
That's probably why she didn't.
Hold on. So, first off, if I remember this right, because I was one of the first offenders for JB, along with many others like KK, myself, and Gerard, and many others went up to defend him. So I will say this. First off, the allegations that somehow JB would be an international criminal element that would be able to circumvent, go through various VPNs, siphon out money across an international banking system, go into Canada, first off, which was also a blatant lie. Because I'm not going to release any information, but I also know that JB was never going to Canada. So that part is actually true. And she never produced anything. The story should have just stopped there. Somebody should have recognized it because he couldn't have gotten to her. And then secondly, the idea that JB somehow is a computer whiz that can fucking do global hacking on an international scale. No offense, JB, you're all right. I think you're a smart guy, but you ain't that fucking smart. And I'm gonna be honest, neither am I. So I don't fucking know.
Bro, you get no, Brad. You get no smoke from me, bro. I can't even remember my email password half the time.
Fuck, right? Like, I mean, seriously. Like, I can't even figure out how to fucking do emojis on the fucking Clubhouse app. You mean to tell me this guy somehow hacked in through bank securities, international securities, and somehow siphoned up money from Canada, and then went up there in the middle of the night, crossed an international border with Border Patrol and police, smuggled himself into Canada, and then smuggled himself back across the U.S.
Wait, Brad, you listen. Bradley, you're missing an important point. The border was closed because of
Yes,
you
that's
couldn't
what
go
I
in
was
there.
about to go into. And the fact that the border was fucking locked down. Like, literally every entrance point was locked the fuck down. Do you forget who was president during this time frame? So, I mean, like, her whole claim should have been just laudable. You didn't need 20 minutes. It was a joke. It was laughable. It was fucking bullshit. It was a joke.
So, Brad, you never seen Dumbo drop?
I maybe when my kids were younger, but I mean.
But Brad, how was this a joke when the shit was left on Jay? It wasn't a joke
No,
on the application
what was
because
a joke? Hold on. What was a joke was the fact that people like you, and I'm going to say this, it's not a slur, it's not a slang, is that you guys wanted drama, you wanted tea, you wanted content, and Jay was the content for the moment, and that's where it came to. So you attacked this man, and it was for content, and you guys all went on stage and did your thing, and then you booted people who were like, hey, we're here to support him. Hey, I'll take the first shot. And let's not forget, like, just for me standing up for Jay, because you guys went fucking on this whole, like, we're going to hold Clubhouse court. Like, somehow or another, anybody in their right fucking mind would pick anybody off of Clubhouse to be a Supreme Court justice. Maybe Edward. I would probably go with Edward. That's about it. You somehow think you guys had the knowledge and the foresight and all the information, and you kept it going, not just for a day, not just for an entertainment hour, but for, like, months. That shit kept up. So I know that because I got vitriol attacked. Except there's a difference with me. I don't give a flying fuck. Like, you can show up and we'll see who comes away. I promise you, I will give you a blood eagle. You show up at my door. The rest of nobody gives a fuck worse than me. But you guys wanted the drama. That's what kept it going. And then you gave credence and air to her.
But the drama was created by a platform that was supposed to be
You
these
created
detectives
drama.
in the moment.
You created drama.
Tesla, can you, whatever you do, can you
You
just,
have 6
can you just
kids.
move over?
Why?
Just slide over. Yeah, you're not gonna.
Salsa, let her finish, please. Don't interrupt.
you. The entertainment side came from those who were promoting the space, right? The Million Marathon was the one who were like, you know what? We're gonna be the detectives on this application. We're gonna bring forth. And it was 3 days. 3 days that they agreed to, that they were going to go down the hallways and bring forth all these people who are running scams on the app, and Jay got thrown in there, right? But what happened in the background of Jay's content was there were receipts from this woman who was completely delusional. She was completely delusional. And we all agreed after, she didn't follow up with shit. She made some of the most egregious statements towards him. And the thing that I really disliked about her is that she threw her daughter in there too, making it seem like Jay was being a predator towards her daughter. And that's where I lost full respect for her. I don't even talk to Tracy anymore after that shit because of what she did. And what happened in that space wasn't clout chasing. No, people who were normally mods in that space weren't even allowed to be moderators in that space because this was going to be a serious conversation. These are going to be serious people that were being called out.
Let me jump in here. Because a lot of things you're saying are not true. First up, there was probably about 20 mods on that stage. And what you're not privy to is the conversation I had with Jonathan and Nelson beforehand, who, by the way, both have publicly apologized to me for that room. On Chatter and on Clubhouse. So this narrative that was it was those 3 days, man, I was the content on this app for at least 2 months. People who never even engaged with me were opening rooms with my name in the title. And my family got doxxed. And I'm not sitting here crying. I'm just telling you the truth. When my 75-year-old elderly aunt calls me from Texas and says, "What's Clubhouse?" I'm getting calls from people on here saying that you're trying to sell children on Clubhouse. You're trying to solicit women for prostitution on Clubhouse. This is my aunt. I had to explain to her what the app was. So I love the position people are taking because, memory and history, we all have that hindsight vision. But I'm telling you exactly what happened. And by the way, when I agreed to go to the tavern, which I should have never went into, I was told it would be just 2 mods and myself. I didn't know I was going to walk in there to be 20 mods, and anybody that came up to that stage to speak on my behalf got thrown out of the room. That was a hit job. And you know what? Shame on all you people who do things like that assassinate somebody's character without knowing the context. Back to you, Sig.
Yeah, I just want to say, man,
I like you, and all right, cool, and you came up on this topic salaciously. It said the first thing you should have did when you came up on the stage when the topic was discussed was, JB, let's hear your side. But you women just spouted a bunch of that shit and went and started running with this narrative that, oh my God, it's a felony to send that off to da. So don't come up here and try to act fake now. You led this conversation trying to fuck with this man's reputation and coming up here with salacious claims, bro. So I think you owe JB an apology publicly. How about we get that? Can you own that? Can you own it?
Wait a second. I owe JB an apology, and I came up on stage in the other room to talk about relationship stuff, and JB kept on referencing
I'm
past
talking about right now
information.
this conversation, not the last stage.
I'm supposed to give him an apology for something he said that we had going on, and then it got broken through.
That's not what I said.
Where's the apology owed at?
Listening. That's not what I said. What I said.
Where's the apology owed at?
What I said.
I didn't lead anything.
Hey, shut up. Just shut up and listen. That's your problem. You don't fucking listen. That's not what I said. What I said, Angel, was you led this conversation, and you and several women led this conversation trying to make it look like he was a bad guy for sending that off as evidence to prove that, hey, I did not solicit this woman. This was totally sent unsolicited. That was him trying to clear his fucking name to share evidence and receipts with other people, so that way they can see, okay, JB isn't the one fucking lying. But you guys led with a level of being disingenuous and trying to accuse JB with this conversation. It only stopped once a bunch of men stood up and fucking checked your ass and said, no, we're not playing that fucking game here. So how about you give JB an apology for even making the inference that he was the one that was wrong in this situation?
Apologize.
You know, there is a hotline. The number is 988 in case you need any.
Apologize right now. Apologize to the tree that it produces oxygen for you.
So, hey, Tulsa, chill out. Leave her alone, man.
No, mate.
Hold on. Let me talk, bro. To be honest, it's none of my business how many kids she has. I don't give a fuck who Angel slept with. Baby, that's not my business. I'm not gonna dox her. It's not my place. You know, just like, and I'm going to say this, and I mean this sincerely, just like I had to rise up from the ashes on this app, thanks to friends like Brad and Sig and others, and Roger. God bless Roger Mayhem. He's had to rise up too. So hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. Thank you, sir. I find talking about myself to be boring, but I'm going to tell you something here, Sig. You ready? And I'm not going to put a headshot on it because I'm tired of talking about myself, but there's people knowing this right now. One specific woman who continues to this day sends out my fucking articles about me from 15, 16 years ago. We could be talking about Trump. We could be talking about the environment, race relations. This fucking twat waffle, thank you, Brad, loves to send articles, but she'll come to my stage and sit here and smile in my fucking face. It's the phoniness. See, people aren't real until they get real. And then shit gets rough.
Twat waffle is still the best word I introduced to Clubhouse. You guys owe me a bit of thanks for that.
I'm just saying, but you see how it is, like, this is an example, and I did that for a reason, because you talked about all these men that publicly apologized to you, JB, once they realized that they were wrong. That's what I'm saying, man. Women don't give a fuck about men. They don't give a fuck about a man's reputation being destroyed. They don't give a fuck about all the salacious fucking claims. All you had to do, Angel, was be like, hey, you know what, that's kind of how I led with this conversation, how we led. Let me just at least apologize for inferring that he was a bad guy in this scenario when it was a grown ass.
I never said.
I'm not done talking. I'm not done talking, sir. I'm not done talking. I'll let you respond. I didn't cut you off. So again, just give the man an apology, because that's what you guys led with. You guys don't understand how much damage that fucking does to a fucking man. You guys it's so trivial to you guys. You guys play with this shit like it's fucking patty cake and hopscotch and shit, man. Why don't you apologize to the man? All the other men did when they realized that they were wrong. Why don't you just be a fucking grown ass mature adult and just say, JB, you know what? I'm sorry for leading off with that. My bad.
Yeah.
Jay. I already said exactly what I said. When it was questioned on who else received a similar message, I did post it. I did PTR.
Listen, I don't care about it.
I got the same message.
Great.
Listen, wait, I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say this too.
Why did you sit in the chat and say this house is going down? Why would you threaten this house when this house is showing you nothing but grace?
This house hasn't shown me nothing but grace. You guys have literally sat here and kicked me and tried to sexualize my motherhood.
Sig, you in a second. Hold on. So, Sig, I'm out of here, man. The room is yours. Somebody must have moved her. Oh, well, she'll be all right. She can cry in the chat now.
What if the guy is so pissed that the person don't want to hear the apology? Like, I'm not talking to you, man. You already accused me. I ain't fucking with you. How do you apologize then?
Well, first off, I don't even know who you are, but I'll say this.
I'm in the conversation.
Okay, no, you're welcome to the conversation. But if you're going to get in the conversation, know the context of the conversation before you interject yourself. Because this has been going on for, let me finish, for about 2 hours.
Did you want it? Yeah, he got clipped. I'm not sure why. I have no idea. If you search his name, his profile's gone, so I assume he's been suspended, terminated. It's not weird. You know how many accounts I've lost? You know how many he's lost 2 accounts? Like that, you're gonna lose accounts, because people report you. It's not like Clubhouse deletes you. It's because people just, file a report against you. Then they read it, and whoever that person is in the Philippines is like, yeah, I agree, delete. Yeah, that's the point. Is it's totally arbitrary. And most internet profile suspensions are totally arbitrary. It just takes one fucking report at the right time with the right person, and bye-bye. But I'm going to finish listening to this super stupid hypnosis. Yeah, the whole point of this is to record people wasting their time on a Monday. And that's it. That's the whole point, is a research project into people wasting their time.
A false apology doesn't mean anything. It's not coming from your heart. But look what you were saying in the chat and what you say on the stage. It's so hypocrite. So if you really feel like you have some kind of soul, apologize to this man. Okay, he is innocent in this case.
Well, it seems like it was a lose-lose, because even when he presented the evidence to defend himself against the accusations, that was then flipped as him committing a crime. So it's like it didn't really matter what he did. Somehow they were going to make him the bad guy.
Well, Stank, let me say this. So let me just jump in here for 2 seconds. Here's a little nugget for you people. I have recordings of those rooms. I know exactly what was said, who said it. As a matter of fact, Sig, I'm going to send you some of those recordings. They're not long. I'll do the clips. I'll send you the clips of the room I have. Where Angel came up and said he commented on my ETR. He's been love bombing me. So she'll come in here and she'll spin a narrative and do all this other bullshit, this hula hoop dance that she does. And that's fine. You know what's funny, Sig? Even with all the salacious, toxic shit she says about me, about my house, I haven't thrown her out. I haven't banned her from the house. I'm hoping that if she listens, she could learn. But I don't know if that's possible.
She ain't gonna listen.
I don't know.
Here's the thing: women like this, the way she acts, you can tell she don't respect her husband. She says she was married with 6 kids. Women like this, the reason why they act like this, because they don't respect the fucking man that takes care of them. And that's why I'm not taking her shit. My wife don't even talk to me like this. I don't let no fucking woman talk to me the way that she does. Bitch, I'm not letting some fucking stranger on no goddamn man talk to me like that and show your fucking ass. Have some goddamn class, woman. You're a fucking mother, for God's sake, and a fucking wife. Act like it. Fucking act like it, man. But yeah, you went telling, because someone gives you a compliment and says nice PTR, or hey, you're looking pretty, or beautiful smile, that's not fucking love bombing. That's just a man giving you a compliment because you're presenting yourself as a fucking lady. And we like to compliment women who act like fucking ladies. But in your twisted, perverted, fucking goofy ass mind, you want to take that shit, try to make him look. So, these women, fellas, pay attention, man. They can be sweet and soft-spoken and nice. They can have all the fucking outfits of a fucking lady and a wife and a woman, but you gotta pay close attention, fellas, to these types of actions. And I love this shit. I wasn't expecting her, JB, to give you an apology. I wanted to prove a point that I knew. I would have bet a year's salary that she would not have given you an apology because her fucking nose is so far up in the fucking air, and you heard her this entire time lying on everybody, delusional as fucking shit. Get off the app and get some fucking mental health, lady. You're insane. You're nuts.
Tulsa, hold on. Let me say this, man. I said earlier that there's people in this room, and one specific person, who still to this day sends articles. First off, I put the articles on top of myself. I talk about my past, right? But if I brought this person to the stage, say, I'll bet you $10,000, no bullshit, that she would deny doing it, even though 3 women in my space, offline, texted me saying, hey, do you know that this person's been sending articles about you? 5 years fucking later, those articles from 2009, so what is that, 16 years later? Some of you motherfuckers are so lonely and so bored, you have to jump on my dick. Well, ladies, there's only room for one woman, and it ain't gonna be you, I promise. So if you got something to say to me about my past, come to my stage, and let's talk about it. Until then, shut the fuck up, stand down. And yeah, somebody said earlier, oh, by the way, you have a big ego. That's right, I do. You know why? Because I'm strong like that. The only thing bigger than my ego is my wallet and my cock. You want to find out? Back to you.
Oh, fuck it dead, bro. Fuck it dead.
G'day, Sheik.
Hey, what's going on, Tulsa? What's going on, Paolo? Welcome to the stage. You wanna
Hi.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. I try to gather more or less what's happening, and JB is my friend, and I think he's a gentleman, and women sending their videos to men, they're completely free to do it. But they also have to understand that actions have consequences. So if you're doing it, the risk that it goes up viral, it's there, you know? I mean, if you want it to be viral, well, you know, it's up to you. But I don't understand why a lot of people are here just to you know, to harass and to annoy people. I mean, generally, I don't talk to anybody. I just talk about topics that I really like. But this is one thing that I can't get my head around it. But you have my solidarity, JB, if it's any worth.
I appreciate it, but let me say this. Still, these videos that we've been speaking about ad nauseum, check this out. I had them for months, never shared them with a single person. I shared them when my character was being assassinated with fucking lies. Lies with no receipts. That's when I shared the videos. Because I'm like, wait a second, you want the whole story, or you just want little bits and pieces?
I mean,
So,
at this point, why didn't she open a OnlyFans account so she could make money out of it, you know?
Trust me, you see them tits fall, she ain't making no damn money. Ain't nobody paying for them saggy ass fucking not like that.
Hold on. Hey, hold on 1 second, because I have to address something.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Yes. Yes, I thought.
Okay, are you ready to play?
Yeah, it's 20 minutes.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Hold on.
We are not approving you live streaming us online, Congressman, whatever your name is, Kitover. We don't approve of this, so go ahead and you're gonna get blocked. Don't come back, please. Thank you.
Yeah, don't call him a congressman, Patty.
Wannabe.
Hey, Faye, did y'all ever go through the first chapter of Harris's book that came out yesterday?
No. Have you read it or started reading it?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
It's satire. She's written it like a satire. I'm very surprised. Like, she is trying to, I guess, show that, like, she knows people are going to make a joke out of her anyway, so she, like, proactively beat them to the punch.
Okay, I've got it ready to go. It looks like it's 20 minutes, okay?
Okay, that's good. We're not hearing anything yet. Do you got it on music mode?
I did. Let me pull it back.
Okay.
It may have gone on now because I got kicked out of the room.
Are we gonna do 5-minute or 10-minute increments?
Yeah, 10-minute increments. Just calm down, get some popcorn, and enjoy the show.
There you go.
Vice President of the United States, please welcome her back to the Late Show, Vice President Kamala Harris.
This person has PTR'd what my charges were, not what I was convicted of.
Exactly. Charges are different than a conviction. Police can arrest you and charge you with any fucking thing. The DA can charge you with anything. What matters is if you're fucking convicted or not. Fucking idiots, man. This is the same chick that spelled pole, P-O-L-E, instead of P-O-L-L. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
And you know what, Sig? Check this out. You want some transparency? It's my fault. I should have never been in that life. I should have never put myself in that position. But I did. And we love to say here in America how we're a nation of second chances. But then you get idiots like this that want to bring up things that don't even matter. Let me tell you something, man. Here's a fact. I've helped more people off this app than I've ever spoke on. None of these motherfuckers have done anything but chat bang. I recovered $40,000. Some people that got conned on this app, 40 grand. But we want to talk about second chances. And, it's ridiculous to me. Anyway, I got to stand down for 5 minutes. I'll hand it to you guys. Welcome back, Jerry. Hello,
People that are least willing to give the second chance are the ones who beg for it the most when they fuck up, man. That's the sad part. But like I said, let the dummies believe what they want to believe. You got the smart people, the intelligent people on your side, JB, so you ain't got shit to worry about.
See, I always talk about laws, right? I always told you that an accusation is just what they require. It doesn't matter what fucking, the onus lies on the keys. He said that it was an accusation. I proved I was, not guilty. It doesn't matter. Your reputation is gone. That's what matters, and that's how these laws has been designed. They are very lopsided against a man because whatever coming out of the mouth of the woman is the gospel to in law. They just falcation. You have to prove your innocence, even though you do. By the time your reputation is gone, and now this miscut chick, or I don't know, man, or what tranny that is, but they're putting that screenshots. That's an accusation. That's charges. That's not the verdict.
Thank you, Tom. So let me just say this. See, this is where the miscommunication happens. Where with people like Angel, I made a statement that people are sending articles about me. Now, I never said her name, and if it don't apply, let it fly. But she has to interject herself. Yo, Angel, check this out. Here's the truth. I don't know if you are or not. I don't care. But I'll tell you what, 3 women on this app reached out to me and told me another woman was. Somebody that comes into my spaces and sits on my fucking stage. So if you feel that way about me, stay the fuck away from me. That's what I said. Anyway, I'll do a quick room reset. Healthy debates. Why are females so toxic in today's world? Today's the poll that's up there is trolling acceptable. Absolutely or no can be harmful. Let me say hello to Jay. How you doing, Jay Curtis? Mars, Ashley, I see you, Ash. America, America, I tell you every time I see you, you're beautiful. And I'll always say, I don't give a fuck if cancel culture is real or not. You're a beautiful person and a beautiful woman. Tiffany, how you doing? Freddie, what's up, Freddie? Guys, you got a pink ticket, cash it in. You're more than welcome to join the house. And we're going to go popcorn style, guys.
And again, you dumb bitch in the chat. When you say, Sig, you're batshit crazy, it's Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, not Y-O-U-R. You dumb bitch.
Go to the kitchen. You have 6 kids.
Wait, hold on. Let me just say this. Mike Moon just came into the room. I'm gonna tell you why I'm shouting out Mike Moon. Mike Moon No matter what you think about him, he could be a pain in the ass. He knows that. Mike Moon actually took the time to research what happened in my past. You know what Mike Moon did, Sid? He reached out to me offline and said, bro, I just want to apologize to you. Now I know what really happened. I know what really was going on. That's a real motherfucker. People like Jerry Malcolm. The day after that Million Marathon, I had never spoken to Jerry offline before. I don't even know to this day how he got my number. He called me and said, bro, I'm so sorry what happened to you yesterday. He didn't have to do any of that. He's like, I just want you to know I don't stand on that. I don't do that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And let me tell you something, man. I got so much love and respect for this man. Just because he has a fucking conscience. Like I said, you got something to say. My stage is open to everybody, good, bad, or indifferent. But maybe you guys should start listening a little bit to people like Jerry, to people like Mike Moon, who stand up and do the right thing when nobody's looking.
Yeah, I like Mike Moon, man. Mike Moon's a good guy. He's a stand-up dude, man.
Well, it seems like we have an issue of accountability on this stage and just in general on the app, which is that, listen, if you mess up, if you have beef with someone, listen, either you can keep the beef, of course, or you can squash it, apologize, do whatever you need to do. But it is really interesting that, again, this long and drawn out conversation is all brought into by a woman who just did not want to just come on stage. And
Well, Keegan, let me ask you a question. Who's not holding accountability on the stage?
It seems like Angel, in my opinion, has shown a lack of accountability. Whether that's again her misrepresenting Sig in a story to begin the room, or then to bring up JB, her literally, what it sounds like up until today, she had never apologized to you. Think about that. You go years knowing that this is on your conscience and there's nothing to it. Especially this is a public room. You got doxxed off of this. I say a lot of things. I troll a lot. Doxing unacceptable. And if you're a part of that, you're part of that problem. I would hope that you have a conscience and go, maybe I should apologize at some point.
Oh, let me jump there.
When you going to Israel?
Some of the stuff that I experienced with certain individuals that I was affiliated with. I came to the conclusion when I look at who these people are affiliated with. You got to look at, when we talk about real life, look at people's friends. Type of people they hang around, the people they're around. It is an honor and an appreciation when I look at some of these people that don't like me and say stuff. Because I wouldn't want to be one of their team members because I look at their team members. Do you follow what I'm saying? So if you're talking about a particular individual, you should be honored that person doesn't like you, because if they did like you, that means you'd probably be similar to the people that's part of your crew, their clique, if that's making sense. I know it sounds a little confusing.
Makes sense. It makes sense to me, Jerry, and I've said this a million times.
It's an honor. It's an honor. And you know what? I'm going to be real with you, Jay. This is a very big W for her, what's going on right now. This type of clubhouse conversation would not exist anywhere except in the chat. So shout out to her. You're good. She's winning. Shout out to her.
Let me say this, man. And I say this a million times, and you may disagree, because the truth is this, Jerry. In my opinion on this app, in 5 years, you're definitely in the top five content creators on this app, right? You know how to cultivate a conversation, move things, monetize, empower people. I'm trying to learn every day, but one thing I totally believe is the haters that make the rooms. I can open the room right now and the title will be The Sky is Blue, and I guarantee you at least 10 of those people will be haters. And I'm okay with that. But what I don't like is the disingenuous bullshit. Don't come to my stage and try to give me a hand job under the table and then go into other rooms and fucking start talking shit. But let me say hello to Mike Moon real quick. What's up, Mike?
What's up, man? Jesus, that was really kind of you guys. I appreciate that a lot, to be honest with you. I think the one thing I'm noticing about myself as I get older, and I'm in my 50s at this point, is I am always 100% myself. I never, ever troll. Trolling is like out of my wheelhouse, and it's just because I'm authentic. I'm really me, and being me makes me unpopular for 50% of the people at any given moment, regardless of where I'm at. And I spend a lot of time in all kinds of different rooms. I don't spend my time in echo chambers. Because of that, I get attacked more than average people because I get attacked on both sides because I don't cater my message to appeal to the audience. I'm literally just me, and I've been told in the past that like how stupid that is. Like you can't be the same person everywhere. You have to adjust the way you act in certain places. And I'm like, I really don't do that. I don't adjust in life. I don't adjust online. I don't adjust anywhere. I'm just me. And if people don't like it, fuck off. I'll go find somebody else that they can accept my opinion. Because the reality is that there's way too many people that are too worried about making themselves popular amongst the people around them. And inauthenticity is a huge problem nowadays. I mean, the whole millennial generation, the generation younger than me, they were so obsessed with the word authenticity, yet they're literally the least authentic generation on the planet. And it's just like, you guys, no wonder you value it, because you don't have it around you amongst your peers. So stop trolling, stop being disingenuous, stop saying things that you don't necessarily believe just because it's going to make you popular around others. Like, fuck that, dude. I'm over that shit.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, man, listen, my opinion, Angel's my opinion. But I would ask that you just lay off her kids, bro. Her kids have nothing to do with this conversation. Who she is on her. But her kids have nothing. See, that's the problem here. Most people's, and listen, I love my people that are loyal to me, right? I love my people, and I always return the loyalty. Angel's not one of them, but there's no reason to bring up her kids. I mean, look, I'm not going to tone check you people. You can say what you want. But if you respect my space, leave her kids alone, please. They have nothing to do with this conversation, because you know what? I don't like when my kids are spoken on. I don't like when my family's called from fucking lunatics off this app. So respectfully, leave her kids out of it. If you want to bang with her, be my guest. There's plenty of material there.
Why don't y'all just make up, Jay? How about if we have a makeup session, you and Angel?
Well, here's the thing, Jared. They try to get her to apologize to me. She wouldn't, right? You can't make up unless the other party is sincere. If you're disingenuous, how do you make up? How do you trust that person?
You know what, man? I just got a different. Something just hit me, man. Maybe the woman this is her way of reaching out, bro. She's lonely. She's a lonely woman. What they say? She got like 3 or 4 kids.
I don't know how many kids she has. It's not my business. But Jerry, I'll tell you what. I'll make up with her when you make up with her. Let's do that. Let's do it together.
Okay,
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I'll bring her up. I'll make up with her.
I can't bring her up anymore.
Bring her up.
Somebody bring her up, please.
This is maturity, guys. Come up, Angel.
Did somebody invite her? Because I can't stand. Can you bring her up, please? Oh, there she is. Okay, Jerry, it's all yours.
Angel, you heard what we saying, right?
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about.
Okay, so listen. Are you willing to stop all this back and forth that's going on with Jay and apologize to him for the things that he felt that you've done in chats and whatever it is? Because I don't know what it is, but are you willing to apologize and y'all just squash it right now and be more like, you know?
I must have got a call. Jay, I was gonna say, can you tell me exactly what you're mad at me about, so I can understand if it's gonna be a genuine apology?
Do you see how Jerry just? You see how Jerry does that? He sets it up and then he bails. I love this man.
Yeah, the fake phone call always takes me out. But wait, seriously, I might, I'm all for having a good heart. So what is it?
Well,
if you can't, but wait, if not, can you I friended you, so if you want to talk outside of this, you're always welcome to hit me.
Well,
if you don't want to do it.
Here's the thing, Angel. I'm not mad at you.
Okay, because I'm not mad at you.
Let me finish. I'm not mad at you. If I was mad at you, you would not be in my space.
I was gonna say because I've seen you not like people, and they were gone in a heartbeat. Because I was wondering why I stayed so long, and supposedly everyone's saying you got so much hate for me. I never knew you hated me. Don't let other people paint your narrative for you because they do a bad job out of it. It's not a good look for them. We unlocked some of your friends today.
But here's the thing: the people I hate are the racist anti-Semites. Those are the people I have no problems with. You are neither one of those. I mean, I want to say this. You might be off your rocker. I don't know. I don't know you in real life. I'm not saying you are, but hate's a strong word. So for me, I got to be honest. For me to like somebody, for you to be in my circle, I have to trust you. And Angel, I got to be honest with you. Like Mike's my friend. Mike Moon's another one I built a relationship with off the app. Love this man. Respect this man. But I trust Mike Moon. I think the foundation of any relationship is trust. And I don't know if I could ever trust you. I'm just keeping it real.
Well, I've never done anything to fuck up your life. So just note that. And I've never gone on campaigns on. I've always just kept you in your own space, so I know that when I come into a space, I am who I am, and it always happens this way. I'm okay with that. That's what this app is. But I've never done anything to hurt you. So if you don't trust me based off of, what you feel, I respect that. And I just would like to know, if you want to share that with me, not in a public space, if you want to share it with me here, whatever, what exactly did I do that I'm supposed to apologize for? Because the only thing that I looked at was you did something in real time. I was like, I'm not fucking with him no more. That was it. That was that to me. That was my recollection of it. But if it was
my recollection is this, and I need you to hear me. In that Million Marathon room, Tracy Reynolds said what she said with no receipts. Eric Harris said what he said, no receipts. That motherfucker's a hater. And then they had Nicole come up, Nicole Solomon, that whack job, who sent me titty pictures that I didn't share with everybody. And then you know who came after Nicole? Angel came after Nicole. And Angel said, he loves bomb me. He loved bomb me. There was no reason whatsoever for you to ever interject yourself into that space. None. But you dogpiled on me because you thought I was knocked out.
But it was Joe's decision, and he made that decision.
So then you go to run for president yourself, and people are asking you to separate yourself from Joe Biden. People are asking over and I was one of them. What's different between you and Joe Biden? Yeah. That must have been difficult because you have to differentiate yourself as a candidate, right? And yet you respect this man who you're still working for. Mm-hmm. At the same time, what was that like to navigate?
I talk about that extensively in the book.
No, in the chapter with Doug.
No, it's because, and I say that because you're raising something that you and I both know requires a lot more time than we probably have right now to talk about.
Are we in a hurry? Are we in a hurry, guys?
Thanks, everyone. I feel very strongly that, it's an instinct of mine to be someone who does not participate in piling on. And I was not going to pile on. And I just wasn't going to do that. And there was a lot of piling on at that time, and I wasn't going to participate in that.
We'll be right back with more Vice President Kamala Harris.
Okay, guys, that's as long as I can do this right now.
Thank you. I love a good pylon, so I am going to disagree with Kamala. Pile it on, okay? You don't have to pile it on thick, but I think you gotta say something, but I don't know. Just was up here for a second. Just, hey, Just.
Hey.
Sorry, Just, I'm doing a tax return right now. You know how many between W-2s and 1099s she gave me? 12.
Oh my God.
That's for 1 year.
Okay?
I've seen more than that, but that's high.
Yeah.
I did somebody with 16 before.
Yeah, that's definitely come across me. So I'm like a mess right now.
I'm like a hustler.
So anyways, I'm sorry, does anyone have comments?
I'd like to say something. The piling on piece. I think, like to your point, Sin, I think the point I picked up from your energy, listening to her pile on, and history, I think will say, the Democrats in general, I'll jump all the way in it like this, don't want to pile on. Whereas you're dealing with someone like a Trump, who like pile on everything. And I don't think if you don't combat the pile on mindset with, if you combat it with, I'm not going to pile on, I kind of want to do the right thing against, and follow these rules. He talked about Biden and just kind of, that's milquetoast when you're dealing with like a vulture, like a lion, and I just think it ends up the way it's ended up. Just on that one little note, I'll drop the mic, but I had some thoughts about everything else you're saying too, but I'll drop the mic. In the spirit of not piling on, let me pass it around everybody.
I think there's a way to differentiate yourself without throwing someone under the bus. And if you need to like get a little spicy, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think that like Joe doesn't take that personal like that, because that's just what's needed to, communicate, right? So I think that some sort of like distinguishment would have been good. But I'm not like y'all. Like I think I didn't have a problem with the messaging and like I really didn't have a problem with like a lot of the things that y'all had a problem with. So I'm not gonna pile on. So it was a great campaign. It is what it is. Now you could look at hindsight and be like, oh, she should have done this, she should have done that. With the information that we had, she did a great job, but I kind of, I see that sort of complex relationship of like, how do you criticize something that you're a part of?
Yeah, and I think that's what locked her in. I remember she was the only voice, as I remember, maybe you guys can remember it slightly different. I'm curious to hear. But when that debate went left, like it did, and the whole world was like, oh my God. As I looked around the Democratic Party after that, like that night of, she was the only voice that was like coming to bat for him, if you remember. And it was the only, like again, it was like, okay, here's a lion. She was the only lion that was like bringing some energy for if you're on the Democratic team. It was like she was the only one that was like, hold on, like trying to defend him. Those tapes are available, I'm sure. But the history is documented. But my point is, so that's probably ultimately where they said, okay, hey, let's give this person a chance. Like, okay, yes, she's a woman, yes, she's a black woman. It was kind of like she's the only one that's kind of got a zeal.
Reality of the matter is that I didn't really know either of their truths. I just knew what was being posed onto the stage at that time. Mind you, we were all in the space together. We all agreed to have this space together. Everybody who was in the background of that space all got the same commentary, all got the same, the same cues. So when this was a spinoff, mind you, because there were several for a very long time on JB, he kept on posing that I was the one who was targeting him. And the fact is that I wasn't targeting him. In fact, the only thing that I said is that it was fucked up for him to have shared that video in front of all of us in real time. That's where I lost my respect for him at that moment. And I have every right to declare something like that. I wouldn't want that to happen to even the most egregious woman. I wouldn't want her personal news or anything to be shared at that time. Hold on a second, let me just finish that. So if you're saying that I'm being dishonest,
Let her finish.
I'm not.
Let her finish. I've been waiting to ask her a question for a while.
If you're saying I'm being dishonest, that fine. Each of us walk away with our own version or what was said.
Okay. I don't know what you did, but why?
I read Erica's mama's obituary, and I played Thriller. Because the bitch wouldn't get out my way after I warned her multiple times to stay out my fucking way when I'm in a mood. She chose to continue to stay in my way. She got what she got.
Hi, honey. I'd like to read a poem, if I may.
Ain't no fucking poem reading in here. Mute up.
Oh, this guy. Fuck. It goes like this. It's called The Next Step.
Hey,
Democracy
John. Get the
ferocious
fuck
fascism,
down.
cackling
You
communism.
stupid ass bitch. Get off the stage. Go die.
They are handing
Go
us
die. Die.
liberty,
Die.
once
Die.
for
Go die.
time.
Go die, white man. Go die.
Evolution makes
Go
its
die, white
changes
man.
by
Go die.
anti-socialistic ways.
Die.
The abnormal man with what seems the trend of the times in a depth circumstance
die,
intelligently is laughed
Go
at,
die.
persecuted, often destroyed
Go
by the herd.
fucking die.
But he and his heirs, when the
I can help you.
crisis comes, are survivors. Above us
Oh, you
today
see what I got
is
next to my
danger
name?
never
They should
yet
have never
heard
gave
of.
me one of these. Mute the fuck up, bitch. Yo.
We suppress
Welcome to hell.
Lord.
Welcome to hell.
We think it.
You guys have all entered Satan's. Y'all can call me Satan from here on out if y'all want. Y'all know that's why I named myself this. Sadan. Because it sounds like Satan a little bit if you say it fast enough.
The absolute rule of the state shall be a function of the
Y'all
absolute.
can call me Satan.
Each in
I'm going to eat you bitches' soul out your body.
fashion. Communist.
It's good to
Is that-
Just the thought of you bitches being in emotional turmoil
Suppress all art,
behind commentary.
literature, theater, music, news. It does not
really like, it just does something to me. Just the thought of you bitches being in emotional turmoil. That's something I said. Warms my little heart. I sleep so good at night, knowing that I violated you bitches. Yeah, it's good to me. Y'all are gonna learn to leave well enough alone. And that bitch Jay Mills, he knew to retract that statement. He knew to retract his fucking statement, talking about he was coming to Houston. Now he's talking about he was trolling. I'm glad. Because I was going to pistol whip that bitch if he came anywhere acting like he wanted to fight me. I'm talking about butter the gun, just just all in his shit. Yeah. So since he is now pussy and he's not trying to fight, JD.
Reinforcements have been coming in all day, and they're very welcomed. Very much welcome.
You know why? Wait,
So-
Angel. You know why reinforcements are coming in? Because people like me, and they want to. Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah, I like
They
you
want-
too.
Okay,
It's okay.
You know, it's funny how you show it though. But let me tell you something. Hold on, let me finish, please. People are coming in because now enough time has passed for them to reflect on what happened in those spaces. And for you to say it was a flyby room, I'm going to call cap on that. I'm going to be respectful. I'm not going to curse. That's cap. There were hundreds of rooms with my name in the title. Matter of fact, I still have clips on them, and I'm not going to play the clips right now because it'll take me too long to find them. And I honestly don't give a fuck. But let me tell you something. The first thing I said to Miss Ebony when she came to the stage is, "Hey, Miss Ebony, long time no speak." Right? So it's not like I pinged her in here. She came on her own. She's on her truth. Not even her truth, the truth. But I want to go to Jerry real quick. Jerry, you there?
Yeah, I had a phone call. Sorry about that. Well, I guess the tempo kind of changed a little bit because I guess some more facts is coming up with Angel. But Angel, real quick, would you like to take this opportunity on this stage today to apologize to Jay for everything you're saying?
Man, I'm mad that you got a phone call and you missed the apology. Go somewhere. And don't, please, when you come and start to DJ again, if you got a new system, please put on some like new shit. like shit that's being played like right now because you're late. He don't miss the whole apology. He's still on old school music.
Angel, let me ask you a question. Why do you communicate the way you do? Why do you ramble the way you ramble? Like, what's wrong? Like, seriously, let's get down to the let's get to the deep of it, to the root of it.
Oh my God, why is it that every time I go to speak, right? Y'all just are maybe, I don't know what it is.
You
I'm
start
just gonna say
talking
any
about
name.
you like going into the past. That was last week.
Because you missed the apology and then you want to come back like as if you made way on something and I'm telling you, you're late. And then on top of that,
Angel, I'm the one who
I
brought
have
you
a
up.
question for you. I have a question for you, Angel.
Yeah.
And I want to ask this respectfully.
Okay.
Mr. Malcolm came into the space earlier and said some things to you. He said, why do you go into every room, talk in the chat, blah, blah, blah. Let me finish, please. Now, I know Jerry for a few years offline. And one thing I'll say about Jerry, he's not a liar. But why do you dismiss what he's saying, what you say about him? Like, oh, I would never do that. That's not true. Where's the receipts? His receipt is his integrity.
I didn't say nothing about Jerry. I just say that he was just recently he was in Miss Michelle's space. He said, Miss Michelle, he said, can I come in and try my new system? And then he started playing like this old school ass music and I was trolling him in the chat. And that's the only time I said something, Jay. I haven't talked about this man. I don't know about his bank account. I don't know about what he did or didn't do to anybody. I don't know Jerry Malcolm. I only know him from this application. So when I click in and I see Jerry Malcolm and he's as old as he is, playing the music that he plays, and I'm as new as I am and don't fuck with that music, I'm gonna say, sir, that shit is old as fuck. And so he's playing DJ and I fuck with DJ.
Well, guess what, Angel? Guess what?
And his shit was
Guess what?
old.
Every beautiful woman that was enjoying it. That's why I was on a stage with almost 300 people playing music for like 2 hours.
And I'm happy.
But if you didn't enjoy it, why didn't you just leave? Why do you got to keep trolling?
But why do I have to leave?
Angel,
Why can't I troll?
Angel, mute your
Why
mic.
can't I troll?
Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Be submissive and shut up. Be submissive and shut up. But listen, Angel, let's do this. This is what I'm gonna do. Let's me and you move on. All the little whatever. I'm being serious. Let's move on. I don't have no more problem with you. I don't want to have a problem. Let's just let bygones be bygones. Fair enough.
Until you fuck up with another bad demo of what you got calling a DJ, I'm gonna show the shit out of you.
Okay,
Don't
just
play no fucking old music.
Put a request in the chat, and I got you. Okay, so thank you. Okay.
Is your system updated?
Go ahead, Ebony. Back to Ebony.
Can I put a request in the chat?
She can't help herself, bro. Somebody being nice, but she just can't help herself.
Jerry, you want to play music right now? It's your
No.
Yo, fuck you, Jerry.
Angel can't help herself.
Let me say this, man.
What does she do for a living, by the way? Angel, what do you do for a living?
I do a couple of things. What do you do for a living?
Angel, the question was, what do you do for a living? Is it a secret?
I'm in real estate.
You're in real estate. Okay,
Yeah.
I just recently got remotely not southern or singy.
Which album are you talking about?
The Clips.
The latest Clips album. So the first one.
I sorted them out.
Yeah. So it had, he talks about his experience. So Malice, right, which is a big brother. He's the one who kind of like left rap for like a decade, I believe. He